It's a real honor for me to say a few things about one Katongo Mfula. I look at him as one of the young people, gentlemen, that is really prepared for tomorrow. His high sense of innovation, the capacity to innovate, in my view, describes the next set or level of leaders that Zambia needs.
Now, first and foremost, what sticks out the most is that Katongo is very much a leader. In my interactions with him on a professional basis, one thing that I've noticed is that he has a lot of leadership qualities. And what do those leadership qualities mean? Firstly, I would say he's extremely dependable. In our line of work, we have a lot of tasks that will come up, and these tasks will be, set deadlines that you have to achieve. And most of the time, those deadlines will be extremely steep. But by giving Katongo that deadline, even though it's a steep deadline, it's a tricky deadline, it's going to, require somebody to do a lot of work. He takes responsibility for that delivery of that task. And that shows great leadership. He'll tell you, no problem, let me take this on. He'll run the task and he'll ensure it's delivered. So dependability is one of his key strengths.
I think he's one of those guys that's he's got a good sense of humor. He brings a lot of positive energy to the team. I'd say he's quite resilient. And, I was just asking people, when Katongo decided to embark on this mission, what they would say about him. I think what stood out is that he's a people person, and he's always willing to help.
I'm very proud of his agility to adapt and his interpersonal relations in the manner in which he works in a team.
He is a pleasant person that is focused. I think in everything that he does, he tries to do his best. I'm actually glad that he has offered himself for leadership, I think on the Zica Council. From my end, the only thing I can do is to support him and encourage him. And I know that leadership, it's really about people, ensuring that he delivers on whatever objective that he sets to do.
I want to contend for this position because I feel that my calling is servantship.
Once voted into office, I believe the regulator is doing a lot to assist members and students to get internships and jobs. But I feel that a framework can be worked on through which the regulator could do a lot more in getting jobs and internships for students and members. There are a lot of recruitment companies at the moment making a lot of money, and some of them are even recruiting accountants. Zica could handle most of this because once the job market knows that they can get good quality accountants from Zica, they won't even look the direction of recruitment agencies. They will just look the direction of Zica. Who better than Zica to recruit accountants? So Zica, all they need to do, working with my contribution, I believe we can come up with a very good database of who qualifies for what. For example, we should know who's a very, very good finance manager, who's a very good financial accountant, who's a very good management accountant, who's a very good forensic accountant, who's a very good auditor. So we have such a database which will have all this information, and when would-be employers are looking for a very good forensic auditor, we'll just give them a list of 20 very good forensic auditors. I believe the AGM is a very good initiative, and a lot more people want to attend the AGM, but currently the AGM cost is prohibitive. It's on the high side, and a lot of people are not able to afford it. So what we need to do is work through with the Zica, work with the council and the membership and the student body and membership body to see how we can collaborate. We can even host a program where we can, I'm not the only one who hosts ideas on how to reduce the AGM costs. There are probably 100 people with better ideas than me on how to reduce the AGM cost. If the cost structures were rightly worked out, we would have a lot more people participating. Zica would make a lot more money, and everyone wins. I feel that the accountants are not getting the right kind of media coverage. I believe accountants should get much more media coverage, and working with the regulator, we could work out a framework through which accountants could get a lot more coverage, media coverage. To the end that, for example, if HH didn't decide to go for the presidency, people wouldn't know that he was managing director for an accounting consulting firm. So we need more media coverage so that which is being accomplished by accountants can be known about by the non-accountants, by fellow accountants, and by would-be accountants. Vote Katongo Mfula for more jobs, lower AGM costs, and more innovations.